what is going on today, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're doing another Project Explore episode. Now, obviously, I'm not outside with the truck, but the reason for that is because the weather's been really crappy today. And overall, today hasn't been really a good day for me, really. Started off alright, the weather sucked. I went out and got my brother from practice. My sister, though, was in the hospital this morning for a couple hours. It wasn't anything, like, ultra serious, like, dire emergency or anything. She was diagnosed with mumps, which is like this little virus thing that got in her mouth and swelled it up real bad. There's no antibiotics for it either, so she has to sit it out for about a week with a swollen jaw and a bunch of pain, so hopefully she gets better from that very soon. The topic of today's Project Explorer, though, is the Sport Trac coming to Florida with us? Now, I mentioned earlier this week, I think it was Monday, that I was doing a Florida trip series this year, because back to Florida in a couple weeks to a different part of Florida than I used to go to. I usually go to Panama City Beach, and usually I take a pretty nice sized vacation off while I'm down there. I usually don't film. This year I made it my mission to film while I'm down there because I want to film more vlogs. I want to do more vloggy type stuff. So obviously I'll be doing that this year. And I'm pretty sure, like, one of the first questions I wanted to answer about it, even though it was never truly asked, is no, the Sport Trac will not be going to Florida. And I've had people ask me that before, if the Sport Trac would go to Florida. Last year when we took the trip to Florida, Panama City Beach, I was asked a few times, is the Sport Trac going to be making the trip? And I was like, not really. Because in the condition it's in right now, with the motor leaking oil all over the place all the time and stuff, it's not really the safest thing to drive to Florida. I'm okay with taking it to meets and to local stuff. I refuse to drive it out of state. Because I'm paranoid about what happened if it gets out of state, say Florida or Tennessee or something like that, and the engine dies on me, like from a lack of oil or just a flat out blow up, or if I puncture a tire or something like that. Because the problem is, my spare tire doesn't exactly fit, and I don't have a lug wrench because the person we bought my truck from took it out of the truck. There is no lug wrench in the truck at all, so I'm pretty much like a poop creek without a paddle on that one. So that's partially the reason why it's never left state, and why I refuse to take it out of state. Is because with my luck, something would go wrong on it, and I would have no way to get it back home to Georgia, and it'd be a nightmare to deal with. If I blow out a tire or blow an engine or something like that, it'd be a really expensive tow truck bill, to say the least, to get it towed back home, and it'd be pretty annoying to deal with because it'd probably be several $1,000s to get it towed back. But yeah, not really fun to think about with that. But so yeah, that's part of the reason the Sport Trac's not going to Florida. The other reason is another reason is because I don't have any interstate driving experience. I don't know how to drive on the interstate, and that's why I haven't done it before. A lot of people say it's really easy, but my parents are not. I'm like banned from driving on the interstate by my parents until I know how to do it, and they never had the time to teach me. So I'm never probably going to touch the interstate until I learn. So that's another thing. And the third thing is fitting all 5 people in my family in the truck would be a nightmare, because the cab of my truck is pretty big, but it's not like something like a Ram 1500 or a Silverado or something like that, where you can get like this big old like passenger space. Is like, it's pretty much crammed, like really crammed tight in the back, in particular, which is where probably I'd be if we did take the truck down. Because like I said, I don't have any interstate experience. They would never let me drive it down, stuff like that. Another thing is the lack of cruise control. For those of you who don't know, I have an XLS, not an XLT, so XLS trucks did not come equipped with cruise control. As I've jokingly said a million times, my truck was only good for power windows and the radio. That's really about it, because that's really all about it's got, because the air conditioner was broken on it. So, like I said, that's just another thing to add to the list of things I gotta get fixed. But that is another reason why the truck has never gone out of state, was the lack of cruise control. It would hurt your foot after a while, hitting the gas repeatedly the entire way down. Even though, due to like the way that the U.S. is, it'd be a downhill ride, sure, but you'd still have to hit the gas all the time and stuff. It would just be miserable. Let's see. Another reason is luggage. So currently, the reason we debated taking the Sport Trac down was due to the fact that the trunk on my mom's minivan, my mom's 2011 Grand Caravan, literally got knocked out of alignment somehow, and it won't open or close. Well, I mean, it closes, obviously, but it won't open at all. Like, the door just hits on the spoiler. And you can definitely see how it's knocked out of alignment. You can look at it and see it's like really tight on one side and really wide on the other. And to deal with that problem, we had to put like painter's tarp inside the creases of the doors to keep water from getting in. Because the time she went to a car wash, and literally the back end of the car flooded. So it definitely was not a fun experience for her. And the problem with that is fitting all of our stuff in there. So we're having to travel really light. Like literally, I'm going to be bringing my tablet over here, which you guys saw yesterday. I just got it, really. My phone, I don't know if I'll take the mic down. This little guy here that you guys have seen a lot lately. I don't know if I'll take it down, but of course I'll take my laptop, my phone, all my stuff I need to edit videos and stuff while I'm there. But yeah, I think that's really all I plan on bringing, besides clothes. It's going to be a fun trip, though. I did get word today that my friend Michael, will not be able to make the trip. He couldn't get work off. So that definitely puts a damper on it, but it's not like the worst thing in the world. But that's the reason the ThatBlueSportTrac's not coming down. We got a lot of things planned for it when we get back, though. That'll be probably when we get the truck finally lowered, we get that whole situation resolved. Probably get the intake, the valve cover gaskets, all that stuff dealt with, because the air filter is shot. So I'm trying to be careful with how much I drive it, because with my luck, something will happen and my engine will tire up, and then I'll probably won't even keep the ThatBlueSportTrac very much after that. So yeah, that's the whole explanation of what's been on with that. I know it was kind of boring, me sitting behind the camera in my room instead of being out with the truck, giving you guys information on it and stuff, and being like, hey, this is why, and pointing out everything. But I'm not going to be out there in the rain. It's just asking to get sick. But yeah, thank you guys again for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys. Average gang and we climbing the ladder. Got a couple people fucking with me from Alaska.